Hey guys, it is John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Good morning to you guys. It is May 30th, but actually, this is the recording from May 29th. It was a long week, as you guys know, and today was Memorial Day, the 29th. Again, I do want to take this moment to thank the very various men and women who fought for us in our country many years ago, and not just in World War One, World War Two, the wars, but also those that lost their lives or lost a limb or caused body issues because of a training or because of 9/11 or any other catastrophic event that happened in their line of service. So my humble words to you guys are thank you so much for your service. And I do dedicate basically this weekend shows, which is Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and including this Monday show to all of our veterans out there that have given so much to us. I do want to thank you if you are coming back and watching us. If you're new here, you're going to see there's a QR code at the top right. Point your phone to the QR code, touch the yellow lips. You'll get my link tree just like so. If you're not watching us, well, then you probably hear us on the podcast and just go to believemeachieve.com. I do want to thank you for coming and watching this or listening to us on the podcast. And whether you're watching us or listening to us at 1 a.m., 1 p.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m., 10 a.m., 10 p.m., 12 noon, 12 midnight, or whenever you're choosing to watch us. Thank you so much for making Inspirations for Your Life a daily part of your day. I really do appreciate that. And let's get on with our master topic for you. Everybody ready for that? All right. Now, I've been telling you guys something very interesting. On Friday, I'm going to do something pretty remarkable. So the show's master topic this week is how to put your whole face into it. Series 2, which means we're in our second year. Show 22, episode number 3. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I really do appreciate you being here and being with us. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. So I'm going to be doing something pretty crazy on Friday. I'm not going to tell you what it is. In order for you to figure out what that is, you guys are going to need to tune into, yes, believemeachieve.com. Click on the Super Motivational Friday, and you'll be able to see what I'm doing that's crazy, but ties into how to put your whole face into it. So the how to put your whole face into it is really a hyperbole into the concept of just do it. And we learned just do it from Nike, company that's made that part of their iconic brand, Just Do It. And so when you hear the words just do it, I guess what I want to say to you is what comes to your head, what really comes there. And I think some people are on the fence because they don't know what to say. Other people are just like, hey, John, I don't know what just do it is. Like, I don't know. And it's okay not to know, but that's why we're here. We're here to share with you the fact that just do it should be a new way of your life. Now, the only time you shouldn't just do it is if it's going to harm or hurt another person or disparage them. That's really important. But otherwise, just to do it. Okay, how to just do it. And that's what we're talking about right now. So how to just do it means that you're going to put aside everything else you have and just focus on doing it. I remember many years ago swimming in the pool before I knew how to swim. And actually, I learned how to swim at our bay down in South Jersey. And first thing you had to do was jump in the water. And that was the hardest thing for me. Now, I was obviously single digits back then. And I bet I was probably like, I don't know, maybe like 3 or 4 years old. And to just jump in the water, it sounded so easy. But I think when you hear people, oh, it's so cold. And so you hear these remarks, but really you have to block out what people are telling you because this is what causes us to turn around or makes us decide we don't want to do it. I was talking to somebody today whose 2 boys are going into Scouts. So those who don't know, I'm an Eagle Scout, been one for many years. And I told her, congratulations, they're becoming Scouts. She said, oh, we're new to Scouts. And I said, well, you're going to do camping. She said, oh, so we're really not into the camping thing. I was like, oh boy. And so I was like, well, you'll get to it. And she's like, well, I don't know. And I told her about how the fact, I went away in the freeze. I said, why would you do that? Why would you go on a polar bear? I said, she's like, now you're scaring me. I was like, well, I'm not trying to scare you. I'm just trying to tell you like what's out there. And so sometimes when you share something, it can really detract someone from where they are and where they're supposed to go. I think that's really the biggest thing I want to share with you. I mean, it's a big, big problem. And that problem is the fact that you as a person need to understand that other people's words may demotivate you. Now, I don't say this to fear you. I say this so you're prepared, so you actually know how to, let's say, combat that. Because let's face it, some people are going to not want to support you. All right. And they're going to tell you what's going through their mind. I think the biggest thing people have thought about is that they don't care what other people think. Okay. They care about what they think. And by doing that, unfortunately, that causes people to turn around their tracks, not because they want to, not because they have to, but because of a feeling that causes them to change their mind. Remember, I told you that our lives are empowered by feelings. So we do everything we do because of feelings, not because of any other reason. Now, you might say, gee, John, I did it because I had to. Well, I get it, but you really did it because of a feeling that happened inside you, inside your heart. And so when I say to you right now, just do it, and I say to you that you have to just do it. So when I was on this doc, and he told me to just jump in, I remember the one counselor said to me, John, just do it. I'm like, it's cold. I'm like, you jump in. And I don't know what happened, but maybe they convinced me and they said, okay, John, just do it. And finally, I just decided to just jump in. What was the worst that's going to happen? I was going to be really cold. So I did. I'm like, it was really cold. But I just did it and I felt good. A lot of times when you're going to a pool and you're going to jump in the deep end and you're not sure about the temperature. So you don't even touch the water. You just go jump in and you're surprised because it might be cold and maybe it's going to be warmer than you expect. And that's probably a positive thing. But I feel that a lot of times we don't do what we need to do in life because we're afraid of just doing it. The temperature may not be exactly right. The lighting may not be exactly right. And so just doing it is a setup for you to perform. It's not meant to get you to be afraid. It's meant to get you to do something in life. All right. So now that we know about how to just do it, just doing it is really simple, ladies and gentlemen. But you can't just do it unless you have the mindset. All right. So after we would say you want to just do it, when to just do it? Well, anytime. I mean, there isn't a wrong time to just do it. You know, the more you wait, the more you're going to procrastinate. The more you're going to be like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this, right? I was doing work for a client the other day at a doctor's office, and I saw this sign, motivational sign, and it said, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. And that helped me put some things in perspective, whether that's a blog, whether it's a YouTube channel. And for those of you who don't know, I mean, I started a blog on LinkedIn with all kinds of really amazingly educational articles. Just published my new one just a little while ago called Understanding National Mental Health Awareness Month. And, ladies and gentlemen, when I started, I had 0 subscribers. I mean, 0. Okay, I don't say this to brag, but I want to tell you what I was able to accomplish. I have 641 subscribers in just a few months. Why? Because the content I write is what people want to read. My content doesn't sell anything. My content talks about how you can become a better version of yourself. And that's not hard to do, okay? But you have to just do it to do it, okay? You have to just do it to do it. And so I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that this might sound like crazy, but it's not. Making that choice to just do it is going to be a big part of your life. Okay. Just do it. And so if you're saying to me, hey, John, when should I just do it? The question I'm going to say to you is not a question. Do it now. You ever heard that phrase? Do it now. Who said that? Who said do it now? Um, Paul McCartney, right? Do it now. He had the whole song of Do It Now lyrics. Do you guys remember the song Do It Now? It was track 12 on the Egypt station exclusive. And his chorus was do it now while the vision is clear, do it now while the feeling is here. If you leave it too late, it could all disappear. Do it now while your vision is clear. Let me read that again from the song of Paul McCartney. The chorus is do it now while the vision is clear. Do it now while the feeling is here. If you leave it too late, it could all disappear. Do it now while the vision is clear. So do it now means take urgency, act right now. Do it now while the vision is clear, while you see it right in front of your mind's eye or it's in your head. Do it now while the feeling is here, while it's strong, because when the feeling is there, you're going to react. If you leave it too late or you forget about it, it could all just vanish and disappear. Do it now while your vision is clear. When you're clear about something, it's like the world and the seas sort of part before you. You might say, John, hey, that's a little bit crazy. No, it's not. Because a lot of times in life, we want to do something, but we don't. And the reason we don't do it is for one reason it's because we're waiting. We're waiting for something. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for something to be right. But there's never going to be a perfect time, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry, get over it. So you need to make the perfect time now. Yes, just do it now. And as Paul McCartney said, do it now. And as he said in his song, in the chorus lyrics, which I'm going to read to you again, do it now while the vision is clear. Do it now while the feeling is here. If you leave it too late, it could all disappear. Do it now while your vision is clear. So I think that's a very, very important thing. And when we start to have the feeling of what do it now means, our life changes. See, it's our feeling that draws us into the life that we want. When we don't have the feeling, well, then it's like we can't do anything. Not because we don't want to, it's because all right, when I was on that dock and I wanted to jump in, I was on the fence of, should I jump in? Should I not jump? It's probably going to be cold. I'm going to have to dry off, like all kinds of stuff. The water is going to be too salty because it was a salt water a bay. All these excuses I was putting in my head. My bathing suit won't dry really quick. All kinds of excuses I was putting in. They were just like ridiculous excuses. Then I jumped in. It was like, oh, it's cold. Okay, did my exercises because what I had to do is I had to jump in, and my exercise was I had to tread water. I think it was like 5 minutes. And so every day that we went in, everyone had to do their exercises. So they had something called when you were smaller, it was called dock float, dock float. Then when you got older, they did something called dock float shore. So you had to jump in, swim to the float, from the dock to the float to the shore, and then run back around. And you had to do that I think we had to do like 10 laps. Now, that didn't sound like a lot. I think we started with four, if I remember correctly. But the whole thing about doing it, and then when it was all over, it was like, oh, I got it done. And it wasn't that it was hard. I think it was just getting started, whether that's you trying to lose weight or whether you're trying to make $1 million or whether you're trying to achieve a goal. It's always hard to get started. But once we're started, it's like we can keep going, right? How many of you agree with me that it's hard to start a fire, with just twigs and let's say a match. Okay. Well, is it really hard? You have to have the real dry tinder, right? That's important. Yeah, tree bark is really good to have. Grass, other stuff that's going to burn, pine needles, and so some flat wood. And you want something that's going to kind of start to light, and then when it lights, you're good to go. And so there's something called a blast match. It's a bit heavier and bulkier than some of the flint-based tool. Another lets you throw a spark explosion that dwarfs like many other fire starters. So when you throw it down, it basically sparks. It's designed for one-handed use, which one could help if the other hand is broken. So you just throw it at the ground, and it would just start sparking, and the whole thing would just, start to go to smoke. So I think the biggest challenge people have is not actually doing the task. It's getting started. I have to tell you guys that losing weight was not hard. The hardest part about losing weight was getting started. Every day, I love looking at my phone. I love doing my lumen to see where I am with my my whether I'm burning fat or burning calories. That's really important to me. And that's fun. But I'll tell you, ladies and gentlemen, getting started is hard. Not because the process is hard, it's because of our mental acuity. The fact that, we're comfortable where we are. We don't want to go somewhere that's like pushing the apple cart, maybe what's something you've done that's hard? Maybe, I don't know, maybe you went to school and you had to make some friends. But the first time you got there was like, "Oh, I'm kind of comfortable. I don't really want to talk to anybody." Why? You're afraid of rejection. You were afraid of maybe not knowing what to say, right? What else is hard? Maybe the first time you went for an interview, that might have been hard, right? Or how about the first time that you had to compete, whether it was a race or a competition? Was that hard? Because there was the chance you could be rejected. There was also that chance that you could succeed. And I feel that with Do It Now, if we do it and we don't get what we want to do, we can keep doing it. You see, everyone else that might be chastising us and saying, "Hey, look what you did." Well, yeah, but I at least started. What did you do? And I think that's a big piece of this. It's a really big piece. One that I think is really, really crazy, but one that is something that I believe is going to make a big difference. Okay. So our mindset is what affects not just the outcome, but it affects our ability to continually move toward the goal. You know what that's like? It's like the gas in our fuel tank. If we don't have enough gas, what happens? The car is going to stall. Now, it doesn't care whether you're on a hill, whether you're on a road, whether you're at a traffic, it doesn't care. The car just stalls. So if we don't have the right mental fuel, we're going to stall every single time. That means you got to have great nutrition, right? But what it really means is that you've got to have the right mindset. And I know what you're saying. Hey, John, mindsets are hard. How do I develop one? Well, developing one takes practice. And you might say, well, John, I don't know how to do it. Well, you're never going to know how to do it if you don't start. You're not going to be great when you start, but you have to start to become great. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It's been a privilege, been a pleasure, been an honor to be with you this fantastic, amazing, day after Memorial Day. But this is the Memorial Day show of May 29th. And I hope you guys will understand that it's important that we actually, just do it. We do it when and why. We do it because when we just do something, we are compelled to do more and to do it again and again. All right. I hope you guys have a great night. Remember to like, love, support the channel. Definitely comment below. Tag your friends, colleagues, and associates. Share this out with everyone you know on social media. Go to my YouTube channel, John Space, E Space, Emerald, Y Space, Serial Entrepreneur. Look for that key phrase to help keep our content free. Make the choice, ladies and gentlemen, to buy my team a cup of coffee, a bowl of fruit, or a savory dessert plate. Either way, we're going to be grateful for those pennies and dollars you invest into us. We'll put that into new hardware, new technology, new equipment, new software, even new facilities to give you the most jaw-dropping, empowered content to get you, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what? Just do it. And remember, I'm doing something pretty crazy on Friday. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but each day I'm probably going to have you thinking about what's he going to do. You're going to have to tune into believemeachieve.com and click on that link that talks about what crazy thing I'm going to do on Friday. All right, take care and be well, everyone. Have yourself a wonderful rest of your morning.